Hi, today's video is all about part 2 of the FCE speaking exam, which requires you to compare two photos and to answer a question related to them. This video is perfect for you if you want to prepare for your FCE B2 first speaking exam and if you want to learn phrases that are necessary to compare photographs. The FCE speaking test has 4 parts, and today I'm going to talk about part 2. In part 2, you are shown a pair of photographs, you have to compare them, and you have to answer a question related to them. You have to speak for 1 minute. And then it's your partner's turn. Your partner has to answer a question about your photos. They have to speak for more or less 30 seconds. And then it's your partner's turn to compare their photographs. And then you have to answer a question about your partner's photos. In today's video, I'm going to show you sample questions and answers, and we're going to analyze the answers together. Make sure to give this video a like and to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss similar videos in the future. Candidate A, here are your photos. They show people on holiday. I'd like you to compare the two photographs and say why the people might have chosen to visit these places. Both photos show people on holiday, but the difference between them is that the first photo depicts a single tourist, while the second photo depicts a whole family. Another difference between the photographs is that the first one depicts a city and the second one depicts a lake in the mountains. The people in both photographs seem to be enjoying themselves. The woman in the first photo is looking around and smiling, and the people in the second photo are lying in the grass, relaxing. The woman might have chosen to visit a city because she might be interested in history and architecture. Another reason could be the desire to meet new people. The family in the second photo could have chosen this secluded location because of the tranquility that it offers. Okay, let's analyze this answer. I talked about 2 similarities and 2 differences between the photos. To talk about the similarities, I used the word both. Both photos show the people in both photographs. And now the differences. I said the difference between them and another difference between the photographs. To indicate a difference, you can also use the word while. The first photo depicts a single tourist, while the second photo depicts a whole family. Notice that I did not waste my time describing the photos. That is not the task. I immediately started talking about the similarities and the differences between the photos. Apart from comparing the photos, you also have to answer the examiner's question, and that was the second part of my answer. Once candidate A has finished, it's time for candidate B to answer a question about the same photos. Candidate B, which of these holidays would you prefer? Let me think. I suppose I'd rather spend some time in nature. I find big cities very overwhelming. There's just too much of everything. Too much noise, too many people, too many vehicles. Nature, on the other hand, calms me down. It makes me happy and relaxed. Let's have a closer look at this answer. In the beginning, I said, let me think. This phrase is very useful when you need some time to think. A similar phrase is, let me see. Then I answered the question. I'd rather spend time in nature. And then I did something very important, something that some students forget about. I said why I'd rather spend time in nature. I justified my answer. I find big cities overwhelming, and nature calms me down. Now we're halfway through. It's time for candidate B to compare their photos. Candidate B, here are your photos. They show different sporting events. Compare the photographs and say which of the two events would you prefer to watch. Both photos show sporting events that are taking place outdoors. The first photo shows cyclists taking part in a bicycle race, whereas the second photo shows two teams playing a football match. The obvious difference between these two photographs is that the first one was taken somewhere in the countryside, and the second one was taken at a football stadium. The football players are surrounded by their fans. The cyclists, however, don't really have a chance to see their supporters unless they cross the finishing line. If I had to watch one of these events, I'd probably watch the bicycle race. I prefer individual sports to team sports. Besides, I find football a bit boring, to be honest. And now let's analyze this answer. I noticed one similarity and three differences between the photos. To talk about that one thing that they have in common, I used, again, the word both. Both photos show. To talk about the differences, I used the word whereas. The first photo shows this, whereas the second photo shows that. I also said the obvious difference between these two photographs. And to talk about the third difference that I noticed, I used the word however. The football players are surrounded by their fans. The cyclists, however, don't really have a chance to see their supporters. The final part of this answer was addressing the examiner's question. Remember that with this type of question, which do you prefer? Which one would you rather watch? You have to justify your answer. You have to say why you would choose this or that. And that's what I did. I said that I prefer individual sports and that I find football boring. And now it's time for candidate A to answer a question. Candidate A, do you like playing team sports? It's difficult to say, actually. I do like teamwork and I like being a part of a team. However, I'm not very good at sports. Sometimes I play football with my friends, but I'm always the worst player and I have the impression that nobody wants me on their team. I would enjoy playing football more if winning wasn't the most important thing. Let's analyze what I said. I said, it's difficult to say, actually. This phrase allowed me to think for a moment. By using this phrase, I made sure there was no awkward silence. I could say, let me see, or let me think as well. In this particular case, I didn't give a yes or a no answer. My answer is neither a yes nor a no. If you find yourself in a similar situation where you can't really answer yes or no, make sure you talk about the aspects you like and the aspects you dislike. That's what I did. I said that I liked teamwork and that I liked being a part of a team. These are the aspects of playing team sports that I like. But I'm not very good at sports. I'm always the worst player. Nobody wants me on their team. These are the aspects of playing team sports that I don't like. As you can see, saying either yes or no isn't the only option. It's perfectly fine to say that you don't know if you like this thing, that you don't know what you would choose, you don't know what you prefer. But if that's the case, remember that you also have to say why you think this way. Let me know in the comments if you find this video helpful. If you'd like to watch more FCE exam preparation videos, click here or here. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel to be up to date with my English lessons. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!